Y'all, I got a degree in IO psychology, and this is just facts and conversation. So, me and my friend was talking, and she said that guys don't holler anymore. For those in the back, holler means try to talk to or just compliment the woman. So, in the back in the days, but I hate saying that, but back in the days, you used to walk down the street as a female and guys compliment you, say, hey, you look pretty, or hey, that's nice, you have nice hair, or hey, can I get your number, things like that. So now they don't do that much anymore. So I told her why, in my opinion. And I said because of in 2020 we went through so much, you know what I'm talking about, and then they had various movements that told guys that they couldn't do that anymore. It was disrespectful to do those things. It was out of pocket to do those things. You could not holler at a woman anymore. It was disrespectful, it was rude, it was unwanted behavior. So men started getting into trouble because of that. They started losing their jobs because once one person said, oh, that person essayed me, or that person harassed me, or that person did whatever to me, or implied that they was going to do something, then they lost their careers, they lost their jobs, they lost their families, they lost a lot of different things. So men decided, okay, well, we're not going to do nothing no more. They don't compliment women now. They barely even look at a woman now. And it's not that, they don't want to, but those movements in 2020, 2021 made it so it was almost illegal to do what men normally do. And that's why here we are in 2025, and men don't really hit on women like that anymore. It has to be a nightclub situation, drunken type situation. It has to be where they see the person all the time, co-worker type thing, and even then it's leery. You can't say so many things now. There's so many things you can't say to the opposite sex or even the same sex. It's like ridiculous. So a regular compliment can get me fired. A regular, oh, you look nice today. Somebody's going to take that wrong. And now it's, what do you mean I look nice today? What do you mean I didn't look nice yesterday? You trying to harass me. You trying to take me home. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing. So men, from what I noticed and what I experienced, do not compliment women as they used to because of that movement. And it was beat out of them. It was fired out of them. It was loss of job, home life out of them. So that's why they don't holler anymore. It's our fault. And no, this is not bashing a woman. It's just facts and conversation, because that's what happened. And so now, again, me and my friend was talking about that, and I said, so now that's partly why it's harder to date. That's partly why we women don't know who's interested or not, because they're not hollering like they used to. They're not coming to us and say, hey, can I buy you a drink and whatnot. They're not, so I won't say they're not, but it's rare. They say, hey, can I buy you a drink? Because then two things happen. One is, it's so unheard of these days that you got to be scared what kind of drink that man is giving you. Is it laced with something? You're going to be ruthy later, whatever have you. And then also, y'all both got to be worried about the consequences that comes with just buying someone a drink. It used to be just a drink, and that's it. Now, yeah, sometimes you had guys that was, hounding you all night if you went to the club and they bought you a drink or whatever have you. But nevertheless, it was relatively safe. Nowadays, you got to be worried. And then also the guy has to be worried, like, if I offer this person a drink, am I going to lose my career? Am I going to be locked up later by some accusation later on? Now, of course, there are some people, guys and females, that need to be locked up, period. There's some guys and females that need to lose, certain things and whatnot because they did certain things, of course. But we're just talking about the average person doing average things. So that's why, in my opinion, that, people don't holler. They don't, try to, legitimately date folks anymore. Hey, let me take you out to eat. Hey, let me whatever. And then you have the other side of it for those that do try to holler at people. Then you have people say, well, I don't want to eat here, and I don't want to eat there, and you can't take me here, you can't pick me up in this, you can't go here, you can't. All these restrictions and false standards come into play. And it's like, look, the guy is already nervous about asking you out. Well, a legitimate, decent guy is already nervous about asking you out. But then you have all these restrictions and standards and rules, and I can't, I won't, I don't, da 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 da. You better be da 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 da. And it's like, dang, how do you get over that hurdle? So me and my friend was talking about that. She was like, you're right. I said, because that's what happened. Cheesecake Factory became taboo. Applebee's became taboo. You know how many millionaires have eaten an apple? And because they've eaten an Applebee's because they wanted to wind down and relax and go where nobody knows them. So, everything became taboo except for the top notch, places and whatnot that regular people can't afford anyway. So, and that's what happened. Then you had the men fighting back with, oh no, you gotta accept this and this, and it became a horrible mess. But basically, from 2020 or so, that's when it all started going downhill because guys couldn't do what guys normally do and holler at the females and so forth like that, because it became a whole big mess. Oh my God, it was a whole big mess back then, and it just stayed a mess. So tell me about your experience, but whether you agree or disagree, like, comment, and subscribe.